Hello and welcome. My name is Deka. This is my podcast, Dekaland, where I talk about whatever I want to because it's mine. I have a podcast here on YouTube and audio only version everywhere podcasts are available. I love a good visual and a good look, so I put it on YouTube and TikTok and all the visual things. But if you prefer to just listen, there is a high quality audio version, if I might say myself. Thank you for listening. Today, we are gathered here so that I can tell you about my experience being in a Lil Huddy music video. Yes, you heard it. Okay, I'm just kidding. I really have been trying to put in the effort. You know, it's been a rough week with my Pisces moon and this Pisces full moon. I have been a sobbing wreck. I mean, the epiphanies have been complete, I might say. But it took a lot of tears to get there. And, you know, for these life lessons to really become what they were meant to be. I don't know. You get it. You get it. If you don't, it's okay. But yeah, I just have been, struggling as many of us have. And I'm ready to keep going. Life goes on. The show must go on. So I got dressed up today. I'm feeling pretty cute. My hair, this is day one, and it came out pretty good. That's another story though, hair. But yeah, so I'm a vampire now after being in Lil Huddy's music video. It was part of the deal. How did it happen? Because I would also like to know, but I do know because I did it myself. I submitted myself online. I'm an actress. I do this. I booked the extra gig. They didn't say who it was going to be for. They just were like, they have a lot of views on TikTok and on Instagram and followers and all this thing. Nothing unusual for the business. So mentally at that time, I was in a place where it was like, okay, I need to get back on set. During the pandemic, I took a back seat, just kept doing my day job, and I didn't really put myself out there a lot in terms of getting on set as an actress. And there's been plenty of people on set during the pandemic. They have a lot of privilege, quite honestly. And yeah, but that's okay. I just realized that I had to get back out there. Oh my God, I'm going to burp. I'm sorry. Oh, I really hope you didn't even hear that. But I'm just a little thirsty and this drink makes me burp. I'm human/vampire now. I guess vampires burp. Anyway, I was tired of being in the house and I said, you know what? I'm going to get myself out there. I'm going to get myself on set. So I saw the project. I basically applied. I was selected and I showed up. It was a Friday night. They said it's going to be a party like Project X, which I don't know about you, but I'm old enough to remember when Project X came out. I was in high school and it highly influenced my high school experience. Like, for the worst, okay? Project X literally was the inspiration for countless house parties. I was in high school going to house parties to underage drink, knowing that the cops were going to come. So at a certain point, we stopped drinking because we were like, okay, we're going to the party, but we know the cops are going to come. So we're like, not even going to drink because I don't want a drinking ticket, but I'm going to go to the party and then I'm going to run. And I have stories, not exactly from my own experience because I was smart enough to not end up in ditches, but I have friends who I love and respect till this day that ended up literally hiding in a ditch from the police because of a Project X inspired party. So when I tell you that like Project X really does mean something to me, it means a lot to me because I had so much fun in high school because of that movie. Like it was such a huge inspiration for us. And like our parents were nowhere to be found, I guess, because we were raging. Okay. We were raging, baby. I don't know what the babies out here are doing, but we were raging. Okay. We did not have as much social media. Like, again, to age myself, like, look, I'm not mad about my age because wisdom, but Instagram wasn't a big thing when I was in high school. It was Facebook and like MySpace had just died. I don't know. But Instagram was like a college thing. And so, yeah, high school, Project X, we were more free, I should say. Like we didn't have social media to like document everything we were doing. So like we were out there, but like I said, eventually we caught on to the fact that the cops were going to show up because the party was going to be that big. I'm talking bouncy houses and other things that I'm not going to say, but just know that there were multiple parties in high school. I don't even know how people got a bouncy house. There's this one time, oh my gosh, there's this one time where it was New Year's. We were far out in the country. I grew up in the South, so keep that in mind too. These were Project X inspired parties in the South, in the woods. This party, it was huge. It was a huge New Year's Eve party. I had a small bottle of Grey Goose and another bottle of like Coca-Cola. And I remember being in the bouncy house at this party, just bouncing around, drinking up. And I don't remember the end of the bottle. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Okay. But I do remember going to use the restroom and it had to go in the house. And then I remember going in the house and the person's father was there. And I guess he got tired of people coming in the house. The party was getting, I don't know, a little out of control. So I vaguely remember going in the house and then coming out and then the father coming out with a shotgun, like ready to break the party up, ready to be like, get the out of here. Like, I don't care where you guys go, but you got to get the heck up out of here. Like that fully happened. Actually, that night ended terribly. And this is why I say like the Grey Goose part of it all, like not really worth it. Like I would have been just fine drinking like a Red Bull that night. You know what I mean? And yeah, that night ended so badly. Like I blacked out and I woke up without my friends on a stranger's couch. And because it was after New Year's, they still had their Christmas tree up. And I woke up on somebody that I did not know in a place that I was not familiar with. I fully woke up on their couch in their children's clothing, by the way. I don't even know how that happened. Like, I don't remember at this point. But I remember I was in a child's clothing and I was on their couch and there was a Christmas tree in front of me lit up with gifts underneath it. I don't know why. Again, it's New Year's. But, in the South, people take their time putting all that stuff away. And I had peed myself. I had peed on their couch. And you know what? Just a moment of silence for my dignity, because now here I am sharing this with the internet for some reason. But God bless that mother, because she saw me. She told me I was in, wow, this really just, the part that I said earlier about not ending up in ditches, I guess I got to take that back, because the mother told me that I was in a ditch without my friends and no shoes. And that's when she knew I got to help this girl. So somehow I wake up on this woman's couch and I automatically feel so like good to be alive, but also bad because I'm totally invading somebody's home, like my shenanigans led me to a stranger's couch, and she has a child, clearly, because I'm wearing their clothes and their toys are right there under their Christmas tree, and I have pissed on their couch. Like, I don't know, maybe times were funner before Instagram. Anyway, I just want you to know that like Project X really does mean something to me, and that's why when this gig came up, that was like, hey, we're going to do a Project X inspired music video for this artist. We're not going to name them until you get here. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it, because I don't know the artist, but I know that I love Project X and I need to get out of the house. So, you know, it's a party for a music video. So it's like kind of like a party, but like not exactly like a party. But nonetheless, I was getting out the house, and I love being on set so much. Like, it is truly my happy place, and I want to be there more, obviously. And I'm working on it, you know. And this was a step in that direction of like really getting out there and getting on set, because so much joy. Okay, pause. Okay. I got a little very excited there. Anyway, so they send me the location for the house party music video, and it's actually not that far away. So I was like, wonderful. No excuse, you know, to not go. And they said something like 90s themed outfit attire. There was like a whole wardrobe description, but I wore, maybe I can put a picture up. I wore like this outfit, and it was a jean skirt and like this really cute blue kind of corset tank top thing. And, you know, just like simple, I think they called it like high school party or something. I don't know. But I show up and got a COVID rapid test. So shout out to the team for making sure it was safe and sound. We were COVID tested, and then we were allowed in after we got our negative result. And there was a pool, as you can see in the video. And so, yeah, like me and all the other extras were just like kind of hanging around the pool. And then that's when people, you know, started to realize, oh, it's a Lil Huddy music video. And oh my God. Okay. Like, actually, out of respect for him, I'm just going to skip what I was about to say. But basically, you know, everybody was there. Some people knew him, some people didn't. And there were some other TikTok stars there, which at the time, like I wasn't like fully grasping like who this person was and what this was all about. But I really don't want to mess up their names, but I want to say it was like Lorray and somebody else, maybe like his boyfriend. They were there. And as a young millennial Gen Z cusp, I love TikTok and I have fun on there. But I think in hindsight, like a lot of the people that were there had followings on TikTok. So you can imagine what the social, just like what it was like. Okay. Socially, it was a little weird. And really things in LA, like in the industry, like being an actor, it's always weird. Okay. So don't get me wrong. For the most part, very good vibes. And we waited and we waited and we waited 4 hours, because that's what happens when you work as a background extra. The main character, aka Lil Huddy, they had to film his parts, and we just had to wait and be ready for when they were ready to come film his parts with us. So as we waited, we talked amongst each other. People were like side-eyeing each other. I'm a friendly bitch. So I was like going around and getting to know a few people that, were a little more open to that. I met some super cuties there. everybody was so young. It was crazy. And like, I would tell them my age and they're like, oh my God, you look so young. And I'm like, you guys are gassing me. Like, you don't even know what this is going to do. This is probably why this video is happening. Like, it was fun. And my ego was a little gassed. Okay. So as a humble Southern belle, sometimes you just got to let it happen. Anyway, the cringe. Yeah. So, we ate pizza. And well, I actually didn't eat any pizza, but there was pizza and people were eating it. Then everybody got kind of tired, but it was fine because we had plenty of time to continue waiting. And then there were like White Claws, like they just appeared and people started drinking them. And that's when I realized like, oh, people are very young, like very young, because the way that the alcohol was affecting them was a little, reminiscent of that high school Project X party that I was talking about. So no shade to them though. Like they're living their best lives. Like I wish that I was coming to party music video sets in high school. That was not it. My experience was far more real. But this was fun. So yeah. So like we waited and waited and whatever. And then he came down and he was like on this like gazebo thing. And then we did like a little concert. And honestly, like the song was really good. And that's when I knew, okay, like I'm glad that I came. I'm having fun. The song is good. I'm learning the lyrics and I'm excited for it to come out because I actually want to listen to it on my own, which I have been. And Lil Huddy, aka Chase, people did tell me that on set, his name is actually Chase. Super like kind, sweet energy, very approachable, very sweet and like very grateful of all of us being there and like helping him make this music video. Also like really cute. Like I just have to say it, like he's fine. Like Johnny, like a young Johnny Depp, gorgeous. And don't tell my boyfriend. Anyway, I was looking up at him singing the song and I was like, wow, feeling it. Okay, stop. Let me stop embarrassing myself. So, yeah. Hours passed. We're still filming and still, doing all these different shots. And then like, okay, so there were these two boys that played the security guards. Because if you have seen Project X and if you haven't, like, what are you doing? Go watch it right now. It's so great. There's these two freshman boys in the movie who are hired as security for the party. The party, being led by the iconic Jonah Hill and the other guy, Michael Cera. Isn't he in that movie? Dude, if I'm wrong, I'm going to sound like such an idiot. I feel like I should, like, look this up real quick because I'm like actually not that good with names and knowing people. Like I knew Lil Huddy's face and like I had watched one of his music videos before, like randomly, because I was truly an emo kid back in the day and like an OG emo kid. And so one of his videos had like crossed my timeline and like I watched most of it and I was like, cool, moving on. I think it had something to do with like MGK, which like not my fave, but so I like knew kind of about him, but I didn't know his background at all. Okay, Project X starring Miles Teller. Yes, we know this. Wow, not Jonah Hill at all. Like what the hell am I talking about? Miles Teller and Oliver Cooper, Thomas Mann. Really, Miles Teller was like the breakout guy from that movie then, I guess, which he was great in it. But the Oliver Cooper guy, Thomas Mann, and Jonathan Daniel Brown like are the main dudes in Project X, and they're phenomenal, and the movie is great. Anyway, there were two young boys who, come to find out, I talked to them, and they said they're like 14 and 15 years old, and they're child actors. God bless them. And they had the most iconic role of like the whole thing because the security guards in the movie are hilarious, and to like see them playing them in real life, I was like, this is amazing. Like I was really just I just thought it was all so cool. Like I really am such a fan of Project X. Like that's how this it really got me, you know. But yeah, so I like asked them for a picture after because I'm like, your role is iconic. I should show it here if I can figure out how to do that. And they told me a little funny story about how they had become, I don't want to like put them out there, but basically like Charlie D'Amelio was there. And if you don't know her, like you're sleeping under a rock. She was there and she was in the music video like super briefly. And I guess the security boys like had a conversation with her. And to them, like she's super, super famous, I imagine, because they were like 14, 15 years old. And, you know, she's like not that much older than them and the whole thing. So in the lyrics of the song, Party Crasher, it's out now. Definitely give it a listen. Give the music video a watch. Lil Huddy mentions that he's not 21 yet. And I was literally on set hearing these lyrics and I was like, not 21? What am I doing? You know? But again, the song was good. So there I was singing along to it, having a good time. It was really awesome. I was there for quite some time and then I went home. And I waited for it to come out and now it's out and I think it's super cute and we should watch it, or like I should watch it and react to it here. And I will put it up on the screen, but if you're just listening, you know, go give it a watch after or whatever. But basically I'll tell you like what my experience was with it. So let's see. It was really fun. Okay, Lil Huddy, Party Crasher up on the screen, pressing play there. So, yeah, like the beginning of this music video was exactly like, I'm pretty sure from what I can tell and what I remember, like it was really filmed like in this residential area out here in LA. And, I guess they had been filming like all day, but when they started, when I was there, they were kind of doing that intro scene where he's like pulling up in his G-Wagon. And while they were doing that, we were just waiting. And then you have like the flashes of the party and the security boys are like right at the beginning. And I just think that was so iconic. Like truly, truly those two. I was like, I was like, you guys are fucking awesome. But yeah, so basically like it's a party. We're hanging out around the pool. It's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, there was like the concert thing and then, yeah, there's like that part where his buddy like puts his middle fingers up and I'm standing like right next to him. That's probably like my moment. Okay. And then there's like the crowd for the, you know, concert part of it or whatever, which was really cool. Actually, okay. So like some behind the scenes info, and please don't ever like come for me for this because like I don't have any money. Okay. To give you. But the concert part was cool because he was playing like his song and then he'd play like some other songs to like, you know, get us feeling good. And he played like Mac Miller and Kid Cudi and I was like, yes, understood the assignment. Okay. The cake face guy was hilarious in real life and there were ponies behind Lil Huddy in this like circus scene part. Yeah, okay, so you can see the pony. There were two of them, and the rules were like, do not stand behind the pony because they'll freak out. So I was trying to stay far away. And, you know, of course, there's like some times where they had me like walking around and doing stuff that like clearly didn't make it into the video, but that's fine. Those steps were not for nothing. The foam part was pretty cool. He was like playing around in that. And I was just standing off to the side at that point when they were recording Lil Huddy playing with the foam and everything. And he was working really hard. Like I will say, like it was really respectable. He like kept going, you know, like really kept going, always kept a smile on his face, always like made everybody feel appreciated and performed. Like he was really performing the song, and I was really impressed. I was, and I didn't know his background when I was like on set, seeing it all happen. There were other times where he was playing like, so like he wouldn't just play his song back to back to back to back because anybody would get tired of that, but he would play like other like songs, and I requested Doja Cat and he played it, and I was like, thank you, and that just made me feel like he's nice and chill and cool and deserves all of this success. Like before I even knew what his background was, because I went home and did the research after, obviously, but yeah, that's pretty much the video. You get it. But yeah, I went home after and looked up this stuff because I wanted to understand, like, how did this person get to this point, But my experience on the set was all positive, like having the COVID tests and having people wear masks, and like I felt very safe. They offered pizza, waters, like whatever we needed. There was, it wasn't like a bad environment to be in. I felt very safe and taken care of. And then he was like super nice and didn't come out acting like a tool or anything like that. So, maybe like stan people who actually deserve it, just saying. And maybe I have become oh my God. I'm sorry, but maybe I have become a little Huddy stan in the process, like, because it was such a good experience. And then now his album is finally out, Teenage Heartbreak. Definitely give it a listen, because for me, like I said, I was an original emo kid, and I didn't get to like full send it. I did gauge my ears, and then I had to take them out because my mom is it's like, if I literally call my mom a bitch, she's gonna come kill me. Anyway, my mom told my grandma that I was worshiping Satan, and that's why I had to take my gauges out. So do with that information what you will, but my ears are no longer gauged. But I did do it. Like I gauged them fully, bought the stuff in the Spencer's at the mall, did it in the parking lot with my friends, and thought I was like so badass. But as an original emo kid, I loved all of the music from 2007, 2008, 2009. I went to Warped Tour. I moshed to The Devil Wears Prada and like saw Chiodos, my favorite band at the time of all time, perhaps, and like cried real tears. I lived that. And so now for this like sound to be coming back, I am so thrilled, like truly so thrilled. So going off of listening to the PARTYCRASHER song on the set and realizing like, oh, this is good. And this is something that I would actually like to listen to, because I listen to a lot of different music. I like good music, period. All the way from like house music, techno to like pop music. Like I love it all. And as long as it's great, as long as it makes me feel good. And that song, the PARTYCRASHER song, did make me feel good. So when the music video came out, obviously I was excited. It got posted a lot of places. Your girl was in the promo, and as a, actress with a day job in promo, I was thrilled to make it into the promo, okay? Because promos matter. And yeah, I then went on to listen to the album, Teenage Heartbreak, and to be honest, I love it. Like, I think my favorite songs are obviously like the singles that he already had out, come to find out, because like I did not realize The Eulogy of You and Me was out like 7 months ago. But you know what? It actually was great because I was able to like get introduced to him and his sound and his music, and then hear the album, and all of the singles were really good. Like Don't Freak Out, so good. The Eulogy of You and Me, so good. And I was listening to The Eulogy of You and Me thinking like, I hope that he has like a goth music video for this. And then there was the video, like the music video that was already out 7 months ago. And I was like, yes, it's so good. The 21st Century Vampire is my shit. I love that song. But like other songs that were not, I guess, exactly singles that I really do like are the IDC, I Don't Care, Lost Without You, and How It Ends. Like, honestly, this album is good. Like, the whole thing is really good. It's only 11 songs, but I'm sure, like, he has much more on the way. And I just really respect, like, the way he treated people on set. It was very respectable, and I had a really good time. I love Project X. I love the music video, love the album. I'm a stan. I'm a vampire now. It's fine. It's fine. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go. This has been enough. Okay. Thank you for listening. I put out a new episode every Friday. So yeah, let's talk about this real quick. The podcast will be out on audio only platform and on YouTube on Fridays. And I'm also going to do like vlogs out on Tuesdays. Hold me to it. Here I go. We're doing this for real. No more hiatus, no matter what. Doesn't have to be perfect because we are perfectly imperfect. Now go listen to Lil Huddy's new album and tell him I sent you. Just kidding. Don't tell him because I'm nobody and that's fine. What I am is hungry. Okay. Love you. Thanks for listening. Bye.